to not push businesses into doing what we believe is right, but to listen to businesses to help them to understand what support they need from the European Union.
We have a very ambitious project. It's an omnibus package that we are pushing through European Parliament, and we should cut the red tape and enable our small and medium enterprises and our industry to thrive in European Union and to stop having this idealistical approach that we can change everything in a day. We should give it time for changes, but also in this time to preserve our workers, to preserve our jobs, and also to have a backup plan, because we are now in Valencia and we are having this blackout, and we understand very much that we are dependent and over-dependent on the new technologies. So with this transition should go hand in hand with the backup plan. What in a case if we are faced with these events like we are facing today?
We are working a lot in the Parliament on the European Defence program, but it cannot be also the only defence. I mean, the European Union is a peace project, it's not a war project. And we should never forget that the European Union has been created. The founding fathers were impressed by the Second World War, and that is clearly a peace project. So we should really all our defence measures should be in order to support peace in Europe, in the European Union, and in the world. But then I think in this new worldwide context, we need to look also on other policies. For example, food security. We are too dependent from energy, not only from gas, also on oil. So we need more energy production in Europe. So I think it's quite a huge package where we need to rethink our European position.
We have to do more action and speak less. The last 7 to 8 months in the Parliament, we are all speaking about how to achieve competitiveness, but when it comes to implement measures, we look at our interests of our countries. It's time, if we really want to achieve competitiveness in the European Union, for more actions and less words.
I have just come from a discussion around AI and the opportunities we have within the European Union. If you look at any of our fantastic entrepreneurs and startups right now in the EU, that I believe will take us into the next stage of being leaders on various stages, be it defense and security, be it social injustices, be it technology. Right now, say for instance women in the entrepreneurial space, about 40% are female in the EU right now, but yet access to funding, to VC, to angel investments is less than 1%. The maths are simply not adding up. So we need to ensure that we have enough investment here. We're not just talking about it, we're actually implementing. We have legislation that is of benefit versus a hindrance, and that we're being forward, and we're moving into that competitive space. So no doubt you've already heard the references around the Draghi report. Long before that has come out, we know exactly what we need to do. And it's not just about China and America. It's the fact that we have a good story to tell, but if we're not telling it and we're not putting our money where our mouth is, then we're falling short, and we're falling short for those 450 million citizens that we are elected to do and to serve, and a European Union to grow.
I think that we should now really build our real single market. We need to make sure that we have enough risk capital, and we finally take the concrete steps to finalize the Capital Markets Union. Third thing is that the EU needs talent. We need people to move inside of the Union and also attract talent from outside of the EU. And then I would like to also throw the ball to our companies and entrepreneurs in the EU that please be hungry for growth, because we need them now to scale up to the global stage.
Economy and security, these two areas must be the absolutely prioritized areas of all EU institutions and of each and every official who would work on EU's future. Economy and security are also very much interconnected. I mean, it also harms, it threatens our security if our economic independence is not given, if you have so many risks if we do not diversify our risk. This is the one side, and the other side is that security threats coming from other parts of the world mean that our pattern of cooperation economically will remain to be important, but we also have to enhance the capability to defend ourselves.
I would say two things. The first one, let's stop killing our own capacity to develop, to grow, to produce in Europe. Today, the main problem for European companies, for agricultures and industries, for SMEs and big companies, for basic industries and for new tech startups, the main problem has become the administrative burden, the amount of regulation, of constraint that is now weighing on European companies. So we need to reverse completely this trend. In the past mandate, EPP has been at the forefront, alerting, fighting against this addition of new regulation. Now, in this mandate, we have all political leverage to lift this burden and to make Europe again a great place to invest and to develop. This is, I think, one key element. When you're starting a company, you should know that regulation is a support to you, not a problem to you, and that everything will be made by public policies to help you compete with other competitors in the world. Now, sadly, the situation is that for many companies, competitors outside Europe are not anymore the problem. The problem is more regulation inside Europe, and this is a huge, huge issue.